Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised, and all suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Welcome in to In the Lab, the True Crime Edition.
Yeah.
By way of Community Crime Network. We in the building, man. We got to share some sad news, man. Jizzle, man, what's your thoughts on the latest of the ICE agent, man? I think his name is Jonathan Ross. Been said to kill Miss Renee Good.
Yeah, it's one of them footages you see where it's touchy, it's spot and go, it's very quick. You know, we like to, in these instances, look at the footage, see what we see, get the reactions that we get. We got reactions from the president. We got reactions from the mayor, which, yeah, he said what he said. He said what he said. God damn it. Let's get into it, man.
Let's check it out.
A woman in Minneapolis is dead after an ICE-involved shooting. These are live pictures from Minneapolis. There are videos, as we speak, going around social media showing what happened earlier today between protesters and ICE.
I think the main thing when just watching that, I just want to run it back again and take note of how many steps in the pace of the speed. Watch the guy who gets out on it was a Toyota Tundra that pulled up, four-door, looked like Nissan, a Toyota Tundra, or whatever the hell. The dude you see on the screen now, watch the pace of him and the pace of the driver, or either who's behind the driver, and watch the difference in the approach.
Minneapolis. There are
Look
videos.
How he's walking. Look how he walked up to that car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As we speak, going around. So
he tried to snatch that door open. Why?
Yeah.
That's my question. Why? Why the aggression? If I'm not mistaken, isn't she a citizen?
Protesting citizen, yes.
That's what I thought.
Social media showing what happened earlier today between protesters and ICE.
The quickness from grabbing the handle, she back up. I almost want to put it in slow-mo real quick, and we can listen to what they got to say. I just kind of wanted to go through the footage real quick. Grabs there. She backing up. She in reverse. Real quick reverse that really, he grabbed something.
And there's another guy on the right-hand side of the car.
Mm-hmm. What in front of the car?
Yep.
She's turned it right. Hold on, stop right there. Back where you was. And I'm watching the wheels. Like, I'm watching which way the wheels is pointed, which way they turn. Other guy comes in the frame right there. He's in front of the car.
Yep.
Her wheels. She's turning her steering wheel. And he's up in his shit right there. And she's turning right.
Now you can see his back right leg. Now you got the officer standing right there at the window. Outside of his left leg, there's the other officer's leg. He's up in his gun right now. So let me ask you this. At this point, can they say she's using this vehicle to try to run that ISIS officer over? At this point, right now.
And the key word I would say out of that is can. That's a hell of a key word, right?
I know, right?
Can. Because from the look of this screenshot, her wheels have not yet turned to the right.
Nope. Not yet.
That little move that she did, and soon you know that motion where it's almost muscle memory. As soon, or if your clutch is down or if it's up, soon as you hit back, your wheel and your gears is shifting at the same time, and it's that point in the middle where her wheels are still straight to an extent, and then as soon as she hits the gas, it's
turning now. It's turning right now.
Yeah, that was her intention, was to turn. Now,
if you look between his legs now, the officer that's at her window, you see the other officer's left leg.
Right.
So it's somewhat out of her way.
Far as because the car is a deadly weapon.
Absolutely.
And so in court, in wherever this goes, of course, they're going to look at where he was in the position and the way the wheels is turned and all of that. But to turn your wheels and go forward, I think the intention is hard to tell in 0.5 seconds. And I think that's going to be used, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Watching this footage, I know the intention is not of this woman to ram this man. Because when she backed up, she could have cranked that bitch and just floored it.
Right. But if you watch how slowly he moved out the way, that dude was not in fear of his life, bro. He was not.
Oh, okay. You saying like he didn't lunge. He
sidestep. Like, okay.
Hit her with the electric slide. Like,
yeah, that's all he did. The dude, he was not scared. First shot.
So which one? So the dude that was in front is the one that shot?
Yep. Because the guy right here at the window,
yeah,
he haven't pulled anything out yet. I don't think. It looked like he's gonna grab his gun right now.
Because he had his right hand on the door,
right,
and he was grabbing something. It looked like he reached into the window at a certain point, and he was like he was trying to take the keys or do something, and the other guy shot. Okay. As soon as she was reversing, he pulled his gun out, though, the other guy.
He had already upped it. He put it in his holster now. He know he killed her. Because right now, normally at this point in time, if they really feared for their life, they don't reholster that gun that quick.
Basically, here's what it describes. It shows agents in a truck pulling up to a car that appears to be blocking the road. The two agents get out. They walk up to the driver's side of the car. From there, things escalate quickly. One agent touches the car, and the driver starts driving backwards with the agent's hand still on the car. The driver then hits the gas while another agent appears to be standing in front of the vehicle. That agent, more in front of the car, appears to open fire as the car barrels towards him. DHS telling Fox News the officer who fired the shots had been dragged by a car last June in Minneapolis. We've since learned the driver of the car who was shot was a 37-year-old woman. She was killed. President Trump has weighed in just the last 30 minutes. He wrote, "I have just viewed the clip of the event which took place in Minneapolis. It is a horrible thing to watch. The woman screaming was obviously a professional agitator, and the woman driving the car was very disorderly, obstructing and resisting, who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer who seemed..."
Stop it right there. That is not true.
Obstructing.
But he said ran over the ISIS officer. She did not. She did not.
See,
and when we talk about agitators, we talking about agitators, people. What did Trump just do?
That's that Trump shit, man, where he would just say something and it's an obvious lie and he will say that shit. Right. We just seen the shit. He didn't viciously run over.
In fact, we was gonna watch this. Come on, Trump, man, you gotta do better than that, bro.
Shot her in self-defense. It is hard to believe he is alive, but is now recovering in the hospital. The situation is being studied in its entirety. But the reason these incidents are happening is because the radical left is threatening, assaulting, and targeting our law enforcement officers and ICE agents on a daily basis. They are just trying to do the job of making America safe. We need to stand by and protect our law enforcement officers from this radical left movement of violence and hate.
He is now recovering in the hospital. From what?
I seen that man standing straight up on all 10 and holstering his gun, standing one spot.
His gun, slowly walked away. Like he was not in a rush to go see if that lady needed any help because I think he already knew what he did.
I now that I hear his full statement, I want to not concentrated. Because after you say a lie and we see it, then it's like I can't really just. I don't even really care to hear the rest of the statement or break down anything that really Trump had to say because we seen the shit for our own eyes. Just back to Jonathan Ross. You want to go back to your kids. You want to get home to your kids. This is a protester. This is not a felony. Because, in a situation like this, watching this, if you would have watched this video under the context of a felony arrest where the car came back stolen after a stop, would it make more sense?
Yeah. If they were to follow and say it was self-defense, if they wouldn't go by that story, that probably would help because
The context,
because the vehicle was stolen.
In the context of a protester, ICE protester, when they was walking up, she probably say she was saying all manner of debauchery. You motherfuckers, I can't stand you bitches. Backing up. Still, it's a manner of operating with impunity almost that you see on display on the video. I feel like still. Like it's like sidestep and whatever she do, she drive off. Is she a criminal? Did she, is there a traffic law that she broke being a protester? Yes. There's a yellow line here and she went over it. That's her charge. I think the level it has to match. It has to make sense, I think. Like the death doesn't make sense to me in this case at all.
Now, as we heard, and this is the first time I've heard this, because it's the first time I've seen that news clip, they said he got ran over about a month ago in Minnesota. You see how
he got drugged.
Yeah,
he got drugged. Yeah, that's Fox News. And I'm glad we did listen to Fox News so we could get, and I almost want to see the comments up under that video. I don't know if you got the video still. I almost would like to see some of them top comments just to see what America's, what the pulse. I want to tap the pulse of America right now, man. With the
It says the first comment says this state is a disgrace. Second one says Fry is another one that needs to be investigated. They're all crooked. And the governors of these states are to blame. Also, those people, agitators, have issues.
I got 834 likes on that one.
Yeah.
Do these people not have jobs? Who has this kind of time to interfere nonstop? 986 likes. They should all have to go to jail, not just pushed aside. I love living vicariously through the news. All right. Who is Frey? They keep talking about Frey needs to be arrested. All federal funds. Is that the governor?
Cut all federal funding and let them rot.
There's people who see this and see something different. I just can't see seeing something different. We do got I want to play this real quick. Okay, Frey. So Frey is the mayor. It say Jacob Frey.
I like Jacob.
So they going in on Frey, isn't it?
We all know that the agenda of this Trump administration is to create chaos. Let us respond right now with our best versions of self. This is a moment where all of us in Minneapolis and beyond, we can rise to the occasion. We can show them who we are. We can show them the kind of courage, bravery, love, and compassion that makes Minneapolis, Minneapolis, and that makes America, America. We are better than a bunch of ICE agents being deployed to cities around the country and ripping apart families and communities. We're better than that. And so we are going to meet that hate with love. We are going to meet that despair with hope. We are going to meet that injustice with constitutional justice ourselves. And we're going to make sure that in this very difficult moment, we do not take the bait that these ICE agents are trying to create and that the federal government, to be clear, wants. They want us to respond in a way that creates a military occupation in our city. They want an excuse to come in and show the kind of force that will create more chaos and more despair.
That was a shorter version. He didn't say what I wanted him to say, but
Yeah, I don't know what version that was, but it was a lot longer than that. He said a lot that I feel like I wish we could have heard. He's totally against Trump and what Trump is trying to do. He said he wanted ISIS to get the fuck out of his city. And he used those words exactly how I said it.
Right.
He called what Trump claimed he saw, which none of us saw what Trump saw in that video. He said that's a bunch of bullshit. His words, not mine. It seems like to me, Frey wants Buddy to be arrested. I'm pretty sure of that. But who gang is that, man?
But look, okay, and see, yeah, I think my saving grace, and it's hard for me to call it that, but this is Minneapolis. Public perception, you know, they don't want people to turn on them as they did before. You already got ICE there. This protest already going on. You had George Floyd. This place, for this case to go down here, I think is probably the best place for it to happen at.
I can agree with that. Definitely.
Because they don't want that type of unrest. You know, this lady was not black, but from the protester standpoint, this is going to ignite something if this does not get handled in a certain manner. I'll just say that.
Yeah, and I don't know how it's going to play out. I don't even know if the feds can step in and say, no, you will not be charging him, or he will have to go to court and go through the whole trial, and they say, we're going to sentence you to this. But I know one thing, if they do sentence him, if he can pardon so many other people that, you know, been sitting down for a while, he's definitely going to pardon him, bro.
There has to, by the time, I think there should be a wait period for pardon. Because you just imagine, you know, he get charged, he in prison, Jonathan Ross. There should be a wait period, and Trump will be out of there by the time that wait period. There has to be some law that say you can't just go into jail and get pardoned the next day. Now this shit, it gotta be so. You know, I don't know.
Man, if they can walk in somebody else's country and snatch you out your home, they president out their home, he can go in this goddamn prison and say, "Get up out of here, bro."
Man, well,
just stay tuned, people, because Trump gonna make the most noise in the remainder of his stint as president that he can. Yeah. I promise you.
We ain't got that much longer, so you know. We'll see, and it's an unfortunate case. You know,
my heart and condolences goes out to the family of Renee. Yeah, it's not too much we can say. Depend on justice. I don't. Not this time. We're gonna get up out of here. This has been In the Lab, True Crime Edition, by the way of Community Crime Network. We'll see y'all next time.
But I do have a message for our community, for our city. And I have a message for ICE. To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis.